Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the awe-inspiring life of one of nature's absolute most legendary creatures. You know, when we think of the African savanna, our minds almost always jump straight to those massive apex predators, right? The lions, the leopards, the rhinos. But today, we're shifting focus to an animal that proves, without a doubt, that size is absolutely no measure of true power. All right, Section 1. The legend begins. An unlikely hero, because at first glance, this animal looks pretty harmless, yet it commands total respect from every single predator in the wild. To really appreciate what a survivor this is, we've got to start with its weight, a mere 10 to 15 kilograms. Just to put that into perspective for you, that is roughly the size of a medium dog. Think of a beagle, or maybe a corgi. And when you keep that number in the back of your mind, its absolute fearlessness in the face of the savanna's deadliest giants becomes just mind-blowing. When it emerges from its underground burrow into that glowed-in morning light, it seems almost cute. But definitely don't let that fuzzy exterior fool you for a second. This little creature never, ever hesitates to challenge animals literally times its own size. It wakes up every single day in one of the most dangerous environments on Earth and just flat out refuses to be intimidated. Moving right along to Section 2, Built like a Tank, Ultimate Defenses. Let's break down how nature biologically engineered a literal living tank. The armor on this thing is unbelievable. Its skin isn't just super thick, it's actually remarkably loose, and that's a massive advantage. It means snake fangs, lion claws, and thousands of bee stings all struggle to actually penetrate it. Plus, if a predator does somehow manage to grab hold, that loose skin allows the honey badger to twist completely around and bite its attacker back. It's this perfect defense mechanism that completely neutralizes the weapons of way larger predators. And hey, beyond the armor, it packs some serious hardware. Incredibly powerful, razor-sharp claws. You can literally see the dirt flying as it digs into the earth. Now, these aren't just for defense. They are nature's ultimate excavation tools. We're talking about claws capable of digging deep burrows for shelter, or completely tearing apart solid concrete-like termite mounds in a matter of minutes, just to grab a quick snack. Which perfectly sets up Section 3, a fearless appetite, escalating stakes. Survival here means facing some seriously deadly threats, just to secure breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The clue is literally in the name, right? The honey badger has an incredible, borderline obsessive love for honey. To get a taste, it will climb trees and just rip open wild beehives. Now, African killer bees are notoriously aggressive, as we all know. But as thousands of angry bees swarm and sting its face to protect their sweet honey and nutritious larvae, the honey badger, completely unfazed. Pain simply never stops this fearless hunter. But while it loves honey, it is the ultimate opportunistic master. Rodents, birds, reptiles, scorpions, insects, fruits, eggs, seriously, it eats almost anything. This immense dietary flexibility really highlights its high intelligence, allowing it to adapt to pretty much any environment. If one food source completely dries up, no problem, the honey badger just pivots right to another. Of course, the stakes get infinitely higher, because this animal actively hunts down some of the deadliest venomous snakes on the planet. We're talking cobras, puff adders, even the universally feared black mamba. For a honey badger, a highly venomous cobra really isn't a threat. It's honestly just a spicy noodle waiting to be eaten. So what happens if the hunter becomes the hunted? Well, incredibly, even if a deadly snake lands a direct bite, it's not game over. Not even close. The honey badger possesses this remarkable biological resistance to venom. It might literally pass out from a cobra bite, sleeping off a dose of venom that would easily kill a human, but then it simply wakes up, shakes it off, and goes right back to eating the very snake that bit it. It is hands down the ultimate flex in the animal kingdom. Now for Section 4, Facing Down Giants, the ultimate underdog. Because the true test of courage always comes down to facing the undisputed apex predators. Think about it. When a massive male lion approaches, most animals are going to flee in absolute terror. The honey badger does the exact opposite. It stands its ground. It unleashes these loud, vicious growls, bares its teeth, and makes these fearless mock charges that often completely confuse and force massive lions to back away. The lion usually just calculates that this tiny meal absolutely isn't worth the trouble or the potential injury. It's just such an unbelievable contrast in its life. On one hand, you have this solitary, quiet routine of digging in the dirt for food. And on the other, Absolute incomprehensible bravery against overwhelming packs of lions and hyenas. It's one against many, and yet the honey badger strides forward with an attitude that screams, I'm not trapped out here with you, you're trapped out here with me. And listen, this relentless drive does not stop when the sun goes down. As darkness falls, this resilient creature slows its pace just a little bit, but drastically heightens its other senses. It becomes this focused night wanderer, exploring the nocturnal wilderness and using an incredibly powerful sense of smell to sniff out hidden prey beneath the ground and inside fallen logs. The hustle literally never stops. Let's bring it all together in Section 5, Nature's Toughest Survivor, the lesson. What exactly makes this 15-kilogram animal universally respected across the vast African plains? Well, raw physical strength alone doesn't make a great survivor. It's this unique combination of four pillars. You've got the unmatched courage to face down giants, the high intelligence to solve problems and crack open complex beehives, a relentless persistence to just keep digging when the ground is rock hard, and the unwavering adaptability to eat whatever the environment provides. It's this exact combination that creates the legend. Whether it's facing a swarm of African bees, the fangs of venomous snakes, or towering apex predators, it never, ever gives up, earning its reputation as one of the toughest animals alive. It casually disappears into the sunset grass, just a tiny silhouette against a massive landscape, completely unbothered by whatever dangers might be lurking in the shadows. So, the crucial takeaway of this entire explainer is right here. True strength comes not from power, but from fearlessness. It's never about how big you are, how fast you are, or how much raw power you hold compared to the giants around you. It's entirely about how fearless you choose to be when you're finally tested. And I want to leave you with this final question to really reflect on today. What challenge in your life currently requires the courage of a honey badger? When the odds are totally stacked against you and the giants in your life are closing in, how can you channel your inner honey badger, stand your ground, and refuse to back down? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep that fearless energy with you out there.